Hello. Welcome to episode 52 of the Knitting Annihilator podcast. I am your friendly neighborhood knitter, Kira. Are you done? Okay. I'm your friend. You're so funny. I'm your friendly neighborhood knitter, Akira, and I am coming to you today from my amazing home in Adamsville, Alabama, where I live with my amazing husband and my two gorgeous babies, Aiden, who is 2 years old, and this is Ethan, who is 6 months. I was watching back an episode, and Ethan was very vocal, and I didn't realize that he is way louder than me. So I'm going to try to speak a little louder this time, just in case it gets out of hand. Okay, so today is April 28th, Tuesday. It is about 10:30 at night. My first son, Aiden, is down sleeping. So I figured let's go ahead and get into this because I have so much to talk about. You can find me on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_, and you can find me on Ravelry as KiraGreen95. Trying to look at the camera, not myself. We also have a Ravelry group for the podcast, which is the Knitting Annihilator podcast group, where there are 2 knit-alongs going on. The green make-along, where you make anything green, and the quarantine sweater along, which you just make a sweater because of the quarantine, and it's hard in these streets. Don't be in them streets, and wash your hands. Okay. So, also, show notes for today's episodes and all future episodes will be down below. As I am a mother of 2, I'm also a stay-at-home mom, and I don't get as much creativity time to edit as cleverly as I used to. So welcome. I am in a great mood for some reason. It's probably because I know I have a brownie waiting on me after this podcast. So we're gonna get into it, and I'm excited about the things I have to share. I talked about the cows, date time, where you find me, show notes. Okay, so I am also really excited because of my victories, and I have one new victory, and I figured because Mother's Day is coming up next week, and this is like every 2 weeks or so, yeah, you want to talk? You want to say hi? You gonna dance for him? Go Ethan, go Ethan, go Ethan, ay, 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 ay. You're so distracted. Anyway, so I figured since Mother's Day is next week, or the week after, it's on May 10th. And I have a plethora of gifts here, and actually plans for another gift. So I figured I will go ahead and show you guys my victory and a parade of gifts. So I'll go ahead with the victory first because that's the structure, and then I'll go into a parade. So I'm so happy. I finished my mother's gift, and this is the let me show you the right side. This right side. This is the shawl, and the pattern is called A Mother's Prayer by Debby, Reece of the Periscoping Sisters. I may have to do like a parade of mystery knit-along. Okay. I may have to do a parade of mystery knit-alongs because I've done it every year for my mom. And this year, I think I don't know if I've ever been on time, honestly, but this year, your girl is on time. Like, I have time to block leave-in ends and get things beautiful. Like, I'm so excited. So here it is in all its glory. I'm not even mad about the modifications that I made. So let's talk about it. This is a spoiler. Sorry. Yeah, so this was the mystery along, and it's done. But this isn't a lot of the spoiler. Well, I'm about to spoil it with my modifiers that I'm about to tell you, but spoiler alert. I finished it. So, I the modifications that I did, Clue 1 I knocked out like a boss. Clue 2 I knocked out like a boss. Clue 3 is where things got rocky. So Clue 3, there's this, I can put it up closer. There's supposed to be a different lace pattern than this, but she said if the lace pattern is too finicky, just to use the lace chart or lace pattern for Clue 1. So that's what I opted in doing, only because, excuse me. How about you come sit? Okay. Let's get away from the light. Okay. So I only opted in to do that because the pattern got real finicky and I didn't want to lose steam. Yeah, you talking? And I didn't want to lose steam. I was doing so good and I was just like, God, I don't want to stop this roll that I'm on. So I just went ahead and I was like, screw that. I'll just do the other lace pattern from Clue 1. And also on Clue 4, there is actually supposed to be some baubles in here. My mommy's not a bauble baby, so I didn't do that. Oh, Ethan, don't draw on that. I don't have anything in here for you. What kind of mother am I? Here, use the bag for right now. Okay, so I opted out for the baubles and I just went straight into the bind off. But it is really pretty. So this green color, the green with the speckles, is it's all Legacy Fiber Arts yarn. The green is Little Shop of Horrors, and the brown is Espresso Bean. You are so distracting. So yeah, I love this. Just gonna give it a good blocking. It is crescent shawls to me scream screen scarf, but it's a way better way to knit a scarf than a regular way to knit a scarf. So I gave you the bag. You know what? Here. If you just need some yarn so bad. Here. So yeah, that is my mommy's gift. So excited. So we'll give that a good block. So now the parade of Mother's Day gifts. So I decided to go ahead and give my aunt the MCN Slouchie Beanie by Corrado Lark. And it's not as slouchy. I could have went longer, but I just didn't feel like it for some reason. So it's more of a, like, it's got a little slouch, but I wouldn't say it's slouchy. I kind of just wear it like this and then kind of pull it down like that. So that's kind of what that looks like. And this is in a Homespun House yarn. It was a Harry Potter Yarn and Charm Club, I think from 2018. And it has cashmere in it. I remember that. So there's that. Oh, I'll keep this on because to go with that, I will be blocking and weaving in the ends on my mystery advent shawl for her. So she will have just like a little cute set. Oh, I might have to use this again. It's not like this. We'll see what happens when it blocks. So this will be my aunt's gift. So I figured that'd be nice for Mother's Day. I'm probably not gonna go inside her house. I'll probably just drop it off at the at her doorstep. Don't know if she's having visitors or not, so I'll probably just call and ask her or text her and ask her. So that's for my aunt. Oh, these Felicia braids are a mess. Okay. And then my sister is having a baby, so this is her first Mother's Day. So I went ahead and made her this matching set. So the hat is the Myra hat by Knox Mountain Yarn Company. Is that what that's called, Ethan? Did you throw this back here? Yeah. Maybe? Okay. It's designed by Sasha MacDonell of Knox Mountain Knit Company. Both. I'd show you a picture, but as you can see, I only have half a picture because my son is a dick and he ripped my pattern. But I printed it all on one page, so the only part he ripped was like the I told my husband the ingredients part. We're gonna keep going with that. My son ripped off the ingredients, and this bottom half is the actual pattern. So I wasn't mad. Well, too mad because I was pissed. But so that's what this hat is. Spoiler alert, there may be another one like that. And then I made for her the reversible headband. Forgot who this is by. So if you look at episode 50. No, episode 51. Episode 51. So the last episode. It'll tell you. And I would look at my show notes, but I just erased them so I could put these on there. So no, use this one. So yeah. And this yarn is Cozy Posey in the Dragonfly colorway. That's also what the outside is. And this inside is Legacy Fiber Arts in the Edward Scissorhands colorway. So that is my Parade of Mother's Day gift. My Parade of Mother's Day gifts that I am so excited for. And my son's drool is erasing my show notes. Awesome. But that's okay. We're going to keep going. Now we're going to get into battles. So I am still working on my Vertices Unite shawl by Stephen West. I'm using that as a social knitting thing. So I knit on it when I go over to my mom's house or when I just need something mindless to knit on. So I won't show that because I'm still on the first section. And I got a lot of the first section done, but I just feel like it's not worth showing until like I finish the first section, you know, going on to the next and all that jazz. So I'm still working on that. What I'm excited to show you is my sweater. So I am making the Scrappy Cardi by the Drunk Knitter, and I have separated for the sleeves, and my sleeves are already being worked on. Oh, that's what's happening. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I've already separated for the sleeves. And I'm working on the sleeves right now. And I'm going to work on the sleeves. And then everything else I'll put into the body. So I think I'm about 3 repeats in, I want to say, of decreases before I have just a straight knitting. I don't mind sleeve paradise is what I call it, because honestly sleeves are like the equivalent to people's socks. You're just going round and round and round till you get to the bottom, and I definitely don't mind that. So that is my sweater, and I'm so excited for it. This yarn is Legacy Fiber Arts yarn in the colorways. This at the top, my collar is Foxtail, and the speckled is Candy Corn. I am knitting these on Hiya Sharps, size 4, what the pattern calls for. Hiya Sharps are my jam. They are really sharp though, because when I talk about this next project, I literally stabbed myself. It was the best pain, because I love Hiya Sharps so much. But yeah, and I'm housing it in my Fawn and the Fox bag that has a little candy on it. I'd show you, but again, my son's a dick, and he threw my yarn bag like a football. So I have some yarn throw up in there that I have to tend to. I just don't have the brain space right now. So, yeah. So this final whip or battle that I'm working on is another Myra hat. And I am knitting this for my sister who watches the podcast. But I already told her she's not getting it till her birthday. So this is how much I have of it. I actually started it yesterday, and I'm already getting ready to do the top and the decreases for it. Ethan, you're very handsy right now. So this is the Myra hat. I am knitting the adult small. Again, this is Cozy Posey. in the colorway Dragonfly. I went ahead and got her hat on the needles. So I'll just go into strategy and kryptonite. So I went ahead and got her hat on the needles because I am going to be doing a test knit for Corrado Lark, and I'm going to be test knitting his fish tank top. And I wanted to use this yarn because I was like, oh yeah, it'd be cute if you all had a hat in it. But I really liked his tank top and the way it was shaped. And then when I'm reading the pattern, I'm like, God, this is genius. So I was like, might as well. And this Cozy Posey yarn, I'm sure it's all DK weight yarn, but it went so far. So one skein of yarn, because I have 4 in total. One skein of yarn got me this baby hat, the front of this hat, and the first repeat of this hat. So like where those triangles are, it got all the way up to those triangles and a little bit more to the second repeat. So DK weight yarn goes far, and it's super lit. So I was really excited to see one skein of yarn do that. So now I have, and I'm not going to use up all this skein. No, baby. No, you cannot have that one. So this is the cake. I ripped out a project. So I'm definitely not going to use up all this cake. So I have this cake and 2 more cakes. So his fish tank might turn into a fish tank dress or something. I don't know. I won't use it all, I'm sure. But yeah, so I love this hat. This hat is like, I'm almost to the point where I'm reading my knitting, where I'm going, to the point where I know where to do my thing, and it's almost memorizable. Is that a word? I think. I almost have the pattern memorized. So, super excited about that. But yeah. So I'm about done with this. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to start the, so I think I'm going to finish this, and then I did say I was going to cast on the test knit, but my husband is so funny. He likes to talk trash at me, but I take it as a personal challenge every time. So I know in my mind, he's not challenging me, but somewhere like right here, we'll call it at the front, somewhere right here, it's like, oh, he's trying to play you. Oh, he thinks you can't do that. So I have all those Mother's Day gifts. So he goes, well, you didn't make my mother a gift. And I said, well, challenge accepted. So I pulled some stash. So this is Dewdrops. Okay, cool. This is Dewdrops from Dragon Hoard Yarns, and this is that Homespun House yarn that I was very confused about. And I'm going to make her a reversible headband as well. And yeah, I'm just going to hold the finger weight double. So we'll see how that goes. So I may cast this on and then the test knit. So I'm going to give my, I think maybe if I split it up different days, like one day I do the sweater, I work on my sweater, and then another day I do my mother-in-law's gift, do that, and then once I finish that gift, then start the test knit. This has to be done by Mother's Day anyway, because we gotta mail her stuff. So, and I have to finish this because I need these needles to work on that. So, I'll probably finish this while I'm uploading the podcast and eating a brownie. And then, yeah. So that was kind of strategy, kryptonite-y, and I didn't buy any of that. So now we're gonna talk about what I bought. So, I didn't talk about this last podcast because I don't think I had it. And then the last podcast, I guess I didn't care. So, You already know Dragon Hoard yarns. She had the Outlander yarn that I showed in episode 50. I had to go back and watch. So, if it wasn't enough that I had that, I bought the mini skeins. I am addicted. I bought the mini skeins, and we're also not going to talk about the sweaters quantity that's on the way. I have a problem. I do. And I think that sweater is the sweater I'm going to cast on next. Anyway, so we'll just go in a row. So this is Red Jamie. Oh, right here. I'll hold on right here. So this is Red Jamie. It's like the color of like his hair. Spoiler alert, they have a daughter. It's the color of her hair. She's kind of a whatever, but it's fine. You can't talk about people's children. This one is Crenadu. Yeah. So this one is like a tan with like some deep browns in there and stuff. So there's that. This beautiful green. Oh, I want. Wouldn't this make a pretty like sweater? I've been bitten by the sweater bug, people. Like, all I want to make is sweaters. Like, a lot of the stuff that you see is going to be like garmenting. Ethan, you were yelling last time. Can you not? Wow. Disrespect. It doesn't have an age, people. It doesn't have an age. So this is called Lallybrock. I'm trying to say it like they say it on the show. I haven't watched it in a month because I've been knitting so much, and like I want to pay attention to that and give it my full attention. So Lallybrock is how I think they say. It's like a emerald, not an emerald. Is this an emerald? Maybe not. It's deep, y'all. It's deep green, like my soul. Then you have Sasanic, which I have on a big skein. I love that color. Then you have Jessie. I'm gonna stop. I know I've heard it before, but I'm. And then you have Highland, which is like a muted gray color. And then you have Healer, which is the lavender one. I have the big skein of. And Sea to Sky. Oh, this one would be beautiful as well. So I know what you're thinking. You're just buying this stuff without a plan. You're wrong. Mind your business. I have a plan. This is another colorway called what, people? Shadow. And what am I gonna make? A color craze shawl by Tammy Gore. I'm a woman with a plan. Okay? They might be all over the place, and they might be fueled by emotions and bad mommy days, but they're plans nonetheless. So I just wanted to talk about that because I didn't see that I talked about those in the past couple podcasts. And I got them and I love them and they need to be shared. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about the amazing, amazing package I got from my best friend Kalisha of the Quirky Monday Craft Cast. If you haven't heard of her, you're living under a rock. She's got like 5,000 subbies. Like, get with the program. So, a couple of podcasts ago, I talked about how I want to knit with acrylic yarn. And I want to make a sweater, like something I'll actually use out of acrylic yarn. So, Kalisha sends me a beautiful message. Hey girl, I heard you want to work with acrylic yarn. She didn't say this, but I know she's the acrylic queen. So, she was like, I got some. And I'll send you as much as I can fit in a box. And I said, okay. Are you freaking kidding me? So, and that's not all of them. There's another mandala So these are like mandala cakey thingies. There's a baby one that I'm gonna do. It's really hard to talk when you're talking. We can both sing at the same time, but we can't talk at the same time. Okay? Okay, great. So, also a baby mandala that I'm going to use to make my niece something. What? I don't know. I'm getting with a crochet specialist who's going to teach me things. More on that when it happens. This also came in there with it. And this was some Red Heart yarn. I'm letting Ethan chew on it. That is my parenting level right now. So, all these are little mandala cakes. This one is called Wizard. So they all like fade and like go into different colors or whatever. There's like 2 or 3 of the same color, and then there's like this beautiful, oh, I loved that one. So there's those, and then there's also this I didn't even know they made, oh, it's cotton. I didn't know that. So it's cotton and acrylic, so I could totally, I don't know what I'm gonna make with that, but it's got 1,000 yards. Maybe I can make like a cotton, what's that called? Shirt or something? Oh, now I really want to use it. At first I was like, I don't know if I'm going to use that. But now, sitting here in front of my people, I figured it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do with all this yarn, that tickled, sorry, you tickled me. What I'm going to do with all this yarn is I'm going to make the Whatever sweater by, I think it's Julie. I'm gonna butcher it. It's Frenchy and wonderful. No. Why would you do that, son? Why would you even do that? Okay, hold on. Oh, it's on 52%. I'll just take it off and show you guys. That was real ghetto, Kira. Okay. The Whatever sweater. So I used her hashtag Julie Knits in Paris. That's what I put on my show notes because her beautiful name, I don't want to butcher. But here is the sweater. And I know what you're thinking. Kira, you don't even like oversized pullover-y type things. I'm with you. I agree. However, this is what I need. That's what I need in my life right now. Like, I have on my husband's shirt. Like, that's what I need right now. So, that is definitely a sweater that is going to get cast on eventually. Because I have so many sweater ideas. So I think I should do like a bougie sweater, acrylic sweater. But I'm going to be bougie in all these sweaters, regardless of what they're made of. So, yeah. So I think once I finish one sweater, I'll start another one. Or if I finish the test knit and the sweater, I'll just cast on 2 sweaters. Like, I don't care. But I truly enjoyed that package. Thank you, Kalisha. It's awesome. And I'm really excited to work with these. So, this opened my mind up to other acrylic yarn. I wasn't in Walmart irresponsibly. I went there for groceries. Because you're supposed to stay inside, wash your hands. Stay inside. Yes. But while I was responsibly in Walmart, some Red Heart Super Saver came back home with me. This is soft navy. So this did come home with me. I have 3 hanky things of them, each measuring out to 744 yards. So what I'm going to do with that is make the Harvest pullover by Tin Can Knits. And I think I'll put that into the innocent entry into the Impossible Mal from the Cozy Cottage Crochet that she's hosting, because the Harvest cardigan was the first cardigan, I believe it was the first cardigan I ever tried, and it was just, I could not get it. I'm going to get it. It's not going to defeat me. And it's worsted weight. Worsted weight. So, yeah. So that came home with me. Also, a Homespun House had a closing sale because she's closing this spring because she's moving back home to Germany. So all the skeins were $25. So instead of going for the fingering weight that's always $25, give or take, I went for DK, and not just DK, DK and freaking cashmere. So I have 3 of each of these. So this one is a colorway I've been trying to get, and then she said she's not dyeing these anymore, so there's gonna be new colors. So I was so glad I was able to snag these. This colorway is called It's Okay to Be Alone. These are gonna be matching hats for me and my boys. So I have 3 skeins of this. Again, matching hats for me, Aiden and Ethan, and maybe Daddy too. I'll be nice. So we'll see how much comes out of a skein. So that's what these are going to be. Probably Myra hats, because I just like the way, like, you can't tell me that this doesn't look good on a young lad. Like, if you told me that, you would be not telling the truth. Because look at him. Look at how gorgeous he is. Yeah, right? Tell him. Say, look at how handsome I am in my Myra hat. I would say this is totally unisexed, and this is a very manly color, so yeah, tell him. Yeah. So, probably gonna make us little Myra hat sets. So, that's what that's for. This I got for naughty reasons. So I have been also bitten by the Jessie Mae bug. In this colorway called Tea Leaves, I want to make those butt shorts. I want to make those butt shorts, and I want to make the bralette as a match. I want to be cute. Sis wants to be cute. I also have this in fingering as well. So in case I run out of this in my butt shorts, I'll just hold this double and make this the bralette. So yeah, super cute. Butt shorts. They're coming. So yeah. Let me check my notes because I kind of just like veered off. Just cause. Okay. Yeah, I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. So I guess we can go into remedial parenting. Gonna try to keep that short. Nothing's really changed. Nothing's really changed. Ethan is kind of growing into his personality now, and he's really funny and very vocal, as you can hear. So he likes to dance, as you saw earlier. And Aiden he's just my sweet little guy. He's my Sour Patch Kid. That is the best way to describe my son. My Sour Patch Kid. And I'll say he's the raspberry flavor because that's my favorite flavor. And yeah, potty training's going very well. We've been having trouble with nap time. I'm not sure why. Here, you want to talk to the people? Okay, tell them what's up. It's funny, you get quiet when you get up here. That's hilarious. So, oh. Okay. So, yeah. We've been having small troubles with nap time, but not anything too serious that I'm like worried about. He's just because he's at that, he's getting to that stalling age. So he tries to stall when it's time to go to bed or when it's time to go. Are you drooling? Okay. So he tries to stall when it's time to go to bed or when it's time to take a nap. Can you stop yelling at people? Okay. Okay. So, yeah. But other than that, I feel like everything's going well. I have had some good days, bad days, which my mom keeps telling me is always going to happen. So I always just need to remember the good days and know that there's more good going on than the bad, right? Yeah. So, yeah. I think that is everything. Oh my God. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the content I provided to you today, or whenever you're watching this, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button and comment down below any of your feelings. Even the mean ones, they'll get blocked, but whatever. I guess do what makes you happy. And have a great, wonderful rest of the day or night whenever you're watching this. Uh-oh, choking on the drool. Okay, got it? Oh, now you're faking. How did you learn how to do that already? You're just practicing, huh? Okay. So, have a wonderful rest of the day or night whenever you're watching this. And we hope you have the best time just having and living the craftiest life possible. And we'll see you in the next one, right, buddy? Oh, you're hungry. Okay, you're hungry. So we're going to go. Right, say bye-bye. You tell him bye-bye. I love you. I love you. Alright, I'm going to put you down here so we can turn the camera off. Alright, bye, guys.